The thing I miss most about my dad is his presence. My dad is a very kind and attentive father who tries his best to spend time with us, despite having a busy job. Um, he is the person who has taught me much about life. My earliest memories of my dad is when he bought me a Christmas tree just because I wanted a Christmas tree in my room, and um, he brought me to the shop, and it was a white color and had lots of stars all over it. But one memory that stuck with me until today is when I was in primary school. Um, there was this popular book series where if you are my age, you would know this book. It's called Sweet Valley High, and all the girls were reading it. So I wanted to read it too, and my friend, tuition friend, agreed to lend me her book, which she borrowed from her school library, um, with the condition that I would return it to her before the due date. Unfortunately, on the night before the due date is when I only remembered I needed to return it to her. And so I approached my dad and I said, Dad, I need to return this book to my friend. And then I passed my dad her address, which she had written on a piece of paper. Uh, at, these were the times where there was no handphone yet. So uh, when my dad saw the address, his jaw dropped, and I remember he was think thinking of what he should do next. But what he did next is what made me remember this incident until today. My dad just said to me, "Go into the car now, or we will not make it back in time for bedtime because you have school tomorrow." To cut the long story short, my dad drove all the way to my friend's house. I returned her the book, and the rest is history. But the point I'm trying to make is that my dad is a very he's a person who would go all out to help someone, um, even if it was out of his way. He would do it. If it was late at night, he would, you know, he would he was willing to help. Um, if he was in the middle of something, he would drop everything and attend to people's needs. And I can say this because he would often be rushing here and there, helping people with various things, which would be impossible for me to list down all the things right now. But he would always be helping someone with something, whether it's helping them to find a job, or visiting them in the hospital, or just taking them out for a cup of coffee, listening to them, uh, chatting with them, and just like caring and being with them, um, is what he does. Is what a day in his life looks like. For example, a lady once told me that when her car broke down, she called my dad, and my dad came so fast. She said she was really touched. But what really hurts about his abduction is that they took someone who is really important to me. They took someone who was important in his community. Um, my dad, he carried me when I was small. He took care of me. He told me stories. He he made me he made sure I was okay. And it hurts to think that some group out there would do something like this to him.